Hey, what's up, everybody? Just want to make a video about my 67 Chevelle. A lot of people have been asking for a walk around video of it and everything. So decided to make one. The car is kind of somewhat apart, somewhat together right now. It's been off the road since the middle of December, so it's been sitting a while. But yeah, it's I just want to make a video of it, show some details, some of the stuff I've done to it. I'm filling some emblem holes and side trim right now, but it's a 67 Chevelle. I bought it in March of 2019 from the original owner, from the original family rather. The guy that bought it brand new in 67 in Downey, California. He had the car, stayed in the family the entire time. It was original California black plate car. He bought the car brand new, drove it around the Los Angeles and San Diego area where the car ultimately ended up. The car ended up sitting, it was given to his grandson sometime in like I don't even know when. It was a long time ago. When I got the car, it had sat since the 90s in basically in a garage in San Diego. The car is 100% rust free. It's never been in an accident. It's all original body panels, and it is 20,000 original miles. The car was originally, it's a 135 car. It was originally a 250 with a power glide. It was a straight six with a power glide and a 308 gear. The car now, I mean, you can see the condition of the car. It's solid as can be. Once again, I'm filling all the, I had some Super Sport emblems on it because I was going to do like a Super Sport clone type thing. I have nothing against clone cars, but I think a clone should be a complete clone, meaning a big block. This car no longer has the 6-cylinder and glide in it, obviously, but I mean, that's original quarter panel right there. There's no rot, there's nothing in it. The floors are, you could eat off of the floors, the underside of the car. There's not even so much as surface rust or a pinhole in it. The only issue with the car, it does have the typical GMA body, 64 to 67 GMA body, the channel where the windshield sits. You know, it's got a little bit of rust, nothing, no holes or anything like that. I did put a Super Sport hood on it. But I did put I built a 5.3 for it. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, it's something that I always wanted to do, was a newer fuel injection swap. It's completely filthy right now because, like I said, it's been sitting since December. So I fired the car up twice since December. Drove it around the block once just to kind of exercise it a little bit. But it is a 2002 5.3 LM7. Call it an LS swap if you want. It's a Gen 3 swap. It's completely stock, with the exception of an LS6 cam. I went ahead and I did the classic auto air. I put that in there, replaced the entire box under the hood, so it's got the newer sand and compressor, condenser, everything. You know, it was a very, very simple swap. I did everything I could to hide all the wiring the best I could. All the PCM wiring does run kind of back there where the original heater blower motor would go. Obviously the classic auto air comes with a block off plate, but I went ahead and ran the big wiring harness for the 5.3, hid everything over there, so nothing, no bulky garbage under the hood. You know, but like I said, it's all simple stuff. I did Dirty Dingo mount plates. I'm running factory 327 mount towers on the frame and factory 327 motor mounts. It's running a 4L60E trans out of a 2000 Camaro. I went ahead and I did disc brakes in the front, power disc brakes. The only option this car really had, it is a factory butternut yellow car with black bench seat interior. I put the rallies on it and everything, you know, just to, I like rallies, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the car, it's all original glass, original windshield, doesn't even have a chip in it, all date coated glass. As far as the interior, it's kind of a storage unit right now. But you know, I went ahead, over the last, 3-4 years, I went and, the door panels and everything's clean in there, headliner. Just been doing little stuff to it. I put, changed the steering wheel and stuff. As far as the gauges go, they are stock, well, not stock, they're factory replacement, the gauge package for this car. Because I like factory gauges. I don't like the Dakota digital crap. I don't like aftermarket. I just don't like the look of aftermarket stuff. I can't stand it. Nothing to me looks cheaper. I mean, a lot of these guys, they watch these stupid TV shows, and I'm not going to mention the names of the shows because I'm not going to give them the, give them the satisfaction, or anybody, or promote them rather. But everybody, all these shows, everything's top of the line. Everything is bought from a catalog, this and that, and they're unrealistic cars. They're not something that your average working person is going to go out and blow $70,000-$80,000 in a catalog and put these cars together. But like I said, going back to the swap, there's the vintage, or not the vintage AutoWare, classic AutoWare AC vents, kind of factory style vents and everything. With the exception, for the added volume, I put that extra vent down there. But as you can see, there is no wiring, there is no nonsense, no bulky garbage from the LS, from the fuel injection swap. Everything is clean. You look in the window and you would think it's just another small block Chevelle by looking under the hood. I even went so far, I went to the junkyard, and I even put in took apart a cluster on a 90 Camaro, and I took the service engine lens out of it for the SES light. And when I put the gauges in there, obviously I didn't need the idiot lights, so I made that work. I put that in there. But I mean, like I said, you can see battery's going dead. But yeah, I mean, the car starts right up. Click the AC on. It's been sitting since December, and air blows ice cold, heater blows cold. Everything is, you couldn't ask for a better driver. It's not fast. It would probably go somewhere in the 13s, maybe mid 13s. I did put 373s with an Auburn Posi in it. Like I said, the car is not fast. I didn't build it to be fast. Don't ask me what it runs. I don't play dyno games and all this other garbage. These things, a stock LM7 out of a truck, dynos out of roughly 350, 355 at the crank on a true engine dyno, bone stock straight out of the junkyard. With the LS6 cam, maybe around 370, who knows. So do the math as far as what it would put down to the tires. I don't care. I didn't build it to be fast. I've built enough fast cars, and we don't have any place to race out here anymore. So, but like I said, it's a very, and the car as it sits right now with the 6-cylinder and the Glide, keep in mind, I had the car running as long as it sat for probably, God, every bit of 20 plus years. I had the car running. We towed it home from San Diego on a tow dolly, and had it running the next day, running and driving. So I drove the car for maybe about 2 months with the 6-cylinder in it. And, as I was collecting parts for the 5.3 swap. I'm running a Tanks Inc. EFI gas tank, a 24-gallon tank with an in-tank Walbro 255 pump. Well, that's what it originally came with. I don't recommend, because that's not the only one that I've had that took a dump after a couple of months. So I went and got a factory replacement Delphi pump for a 1996 Chevy 1500 with an R motor, a 5.7 Vortec motor. Fuel pressure is right where it needs to be. It doesn't lay down. Again, it's a stock 5.3. Made my own fuel lines, running a 94 LT1 Caprice inline fuel filter. This is not a returnless fuel system, so it does have a return and a supply line. The headers are Speed Engineering. They're 1 3/4 primaries and 3.5 inch collectors. They're stainless with a 3/8 flange. Everything bolted together like it was made for it. The only thing I did have to do for the 4L60E was I moved the factory cross member back. I want to say about 1.5 inches, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, but like I said, it went together like it grew here. All stock bracket setup. The radiator is an Alumatech 3-row radiator, factory size size tanks and everything. It is a 3-row. I am running a clutch fan because I don't like electric fans. I can't stand them. Like I said, all stock power steering pump, brackets, everything out of the Tahoe. And to get the power steering pulley to clear, I put a 94 Chevy Lumina 3100 power steering pulley on it. And obviously, you know, change the belt length to fit. Aftermarket, you know, valve covers, coil covers, stuff like that. I'm eventually going to go with like a newer style, or you know, the polished aluminum. I can't even think of what they're called, but the same you know, manifolds that everybody runs and stuff, just to dress it up a little. Again, I don't care about the performance, you know, or anything like that. I have zero interest in what this car runs in the quarter mile, because we do not have a track to race at anymore out here in Phoenix. So. But yeah, picked up the SS hood, stuff like that, little things. But right now I'm just starting on the body work. I am debating on what color to paint it. I'm up in the air between, being this is a factory butternut yellow car, I'm up in the air between like the 65, 6, and 7 Corvette Sunfire yellow, which is also a pale yellow, but it's a little bit more yellow. It's not so creamy looking, or black. I've painted the last how many cars I've done black, and you know, I'm kind of the king of black paint. I can take any body and make it laser straight and have show quality black paint on it. You know, but like I said, I'm up in the air between, you know, the Corvette Sunfire yellow from about 66 or 67 and black. Either way, I would have the you know, the side stripes, the two thin side stripes going down the side of it. If the car was yellow, I would do them in black, and if the car is black, I would do them in red. But aside from that, like I said, I paid $7 grand for the car as it sits. Arizona title. It has 20,000 actual box A miles. Box A, for your, you know, for you non-Arizona people, are actual miles. I paid $7 grand for the car, and the whole fuel injection swap, 5.3 swap, and everything. I pulled the car in the garage with the with the 6-cylinder and the glide, and 3 weeks to the day later, I pulled it out of the garage with the 5.3, the 4L60, all the wiring done as you see it, everything done as you see it. The only thing I did was about 1.5 years ago is when I put the classic auto air in the car. But the car with 373s, the 4L60E with a lockup, everything computer controlled. The car will boil the tires for 1/8 of a mile off of a punch, and I can cruise at 80 miles an hour on the freeway with the AC on, get 25 miles per gallon at about 2,400 RPMs. And like I said, up until I started messing with it cosmetically, the car was basically a daily driver. At the time I had my 83 Trans Am, I would switch off between the Chevelle and the Trans Am as daily drivers. You know, so I mean, I could drive the car anywhere, I could hop in it, I can drive it across the country and get 25 miles per gallon doing it with ice cold 40-degree air conditioning, burning hot heat, functioning defrost, everything. So I just want to go ahead and share it with everybody, because like I said, most of my videos, the car's sitting under the cover or it's doubling as a shelf. You know, but like I said, the car is it's had one repaint. I want to say, according to the original owner's family, sometime in like the mid to late 80s, just because the car sat outside all the time, and the front seat at some point has been reupholstered. The rear seat is original, the door panels are original, and the headliner is original. The only thing that has been replaced is the front seat. Original dash pad, not a single crack in it. You know, and I did go and actually my wife got them for me. She's the one that got me the gauges, the aftermarket, you know, factory style gauges. She got me the steering wheel and the Super Sport dash trim, because I was going to put in, I was going to make it a Super Sport clone. I've done Super Sport clones before. I had about 15 years ago, I had a 68 factory L79, 327 Chevelle factory M21 4-speed, factory 373 12-bolt. And being a kid in my early 20s, the original motor was gone. The factory original trans was there. The 12-bolt was still there. So I went and built a Roller 454 Gen 6 motor for it. And I mean, it ran good for what it was. It went 1240s all day at 112 on street tires. But, looking back now, I would have put the 327 in it. But this thing being just a 6-cylinder car really doesn't matter. But as far as clones go, I don't like clones unless you're going to do a true clone, meaning big block, meaning, whatever else. If you're going to do a, an L79 in one of these things, a 327, do a 327, make it look the way it would have in 67, and, do it. I'm one of those all or nothing type people, and especially the older I get, I'm a little bit more nitpicky when it comes to, how I do my own cars. So like I said, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and keep the Super Sport hood, as much as I really don't care for it, because it's, it's made in Hong Kong or Thailand or something like that. And, it doesn't fit worth garbage. It's about half the weight of the factory flat hood that was on it, but it is what it is, and I'll make it work. Body work doesn't scare me. I've been doing it. I'm excellent at it. People line up and ask me to do body work and paint on their own cars after they see my stuff when it's done. So, but yeah, I just want to go ahead and share it with you, and let me know what you think. If you want to see more of the Chevelle stuff, the Mustang's under a cover right now because I don't want to get dust all over it and everything. But yeah, I mean, if you want to see more Chevelle stuff, definitely comment and, like, subscribe, share it, whatever. And, let me know what you guys want to see more of. All right, catch you later.